here on the Independent Broadcast Network, and we are about to start here in a few as the semifinals of the Hockey World Cup will be taking place between Russia and Canada. Hockey question mark coming up next. Winners of the One with you here on the Independent Broadcast Network, and we are about to start here in a few as the semifinals of the Hockey World Cup will be taking place between Russia and Canada. And hopefully you can see the game in front of you, as can I, and should be a good one. As we have made our way to the semifinals of this Hockey World Cup, it has been a historic event. We have seen teams from all around the world that we know come and play in this. So it's been a singular experience to watch it all, and I've gotten to watch a lot of it. And we are here to bring you even more of it as the semifinals. We made our way all the way into the semifinal games. The first one was played, was it last week? Time has gone so swiftly. It was Ukraine versus the Commonwealth of Independent States, a heavily favored Ukraine team. Came up big, but not big enough, as the Commonwealth of Independent States ended up winning that as in a big comeback, a very nice comeback victory. So CIS awaits the winner of this best-of-3 series that you see before you today. Now scheduled was supposed to be the team from England, as it was going to be England versus Russia. But England, some personnel issues. It sounds like they weren't able to field their entire team, so they were forced to drop out of this competition. And so that paved the way for Canada to get back in. Now, we had been saying all week that North America did not make it into the playoffs of this year's Hockey World Cup, and hope they do next year. Well, next year is now, as Team Canada is here. As we look at the lineups, Canada will be in red. It's Acebulf, Evkov, Galchenyuk, and Ticklebox to start things out. In blue, your team from Russia, Jobson, Dr. Pivo, Mozilla, and Bale. Now, I would say that Russia is probably by far the team favored to win this thing. They are very strong. They play great offense. They play great defense. They're good between the pipes. They just have a full spectrum, 100% kind of game, and they really take it to their opponents. And we have seen it over and over in international play. They are probably the most experienced team out here. So whether they're playing England or Canada, their opponents are going to have their hands full. But I know Canada was just very excited to get in, as they've had some discouraging moments in this Hockey World Cup. And so this is their chance at redemption. And here's a chance across the front, and that's going to be stopped. Would help if I pull up the map, and I have. Okay, great. As you see, there is a Ticklebox back there in the net for Canada, and he's going to have to make a lot of saves today. He will be called upon to do yeoman's work for this Canadian team. So on the other side, Bale in the net for Russia. He hasn't had to do much yet, but he will face some tough Canadian offense, as they are going to have Matt out there. So that's always Matt and Galchenyuk will be providing the bulk of the offense for Canada. They've got Evkov on defense. And here is Russia. They've been, while I've been talking, they've been keeping it in the Canadian zone most of that time. They are very good with the possession and the passing. So they will just do their best to keep it away from Canada as much as possible. Galchenyuk almost getting to that. Jobson picking it up, carrying it behind the net for Team Russia, the Russian Federation. And Galchenyuk with the steal. Matt going to back up to try to, well, nope, he's going to just assume a more defensive stance here as they're coming in numbers. And there's a big play by Evkov to stop Mozilla from making the shot. And so now we take it back to center ice, and Canada with a chance to move this. They've got two guys in front as the Russian defense rises up to meet them, and the pass goes across, but not quite. So now here comes Russia the other way. Chance in front. Mozilla, and he's stopped as he was ready to fire once again. So Canadian defense, that is probably, we talked a little bit about their offense, but the Canadians are known for playing a very strong defense as well. So it's going to be a tough battle for them, though, as Russia, boy howdy, are they ever good. But here's a shot, and this one off the side of the net. Bale just kind of waving at that one as it rattles off of the post. We are it's a good sign, I think, for Canada that they've managed to hold this game scoreless with 1:46 left in the first. But here's a chance in front. Shot and score! Jobson with the assist from Dr. Pivo. And I will not take credit for the caster curse on that. As soon as I said nobody had scored, then they score. But here's another one. Oh, but Ticklebox with a big tickle save. He stops that one as keeps it from being 2-0, which could have been really a tough one to dig out of. But, yes, first points on the board for Russia. And, yeah, the best thing that Canada can do is keep this to a low-scoring game. I think that really improves their chances a lot if they can do that. Just with the histories of these two teams, as they play a little bit more hard-nosed defensive style, and Russia playing a more up-tempo passing style. They're very free with the puck. And they're very good at the rink awareness of knowing where each other is. And Jobson, he knows where it is, right up here at the point. He's going to go ahead and send one back to Bale, and they will restart their offense and try to shake up this Canadian defense a little bit before they settle back in. 41 seconds left. And now the pass just beyond, it's going to go all the way into the zone. It will be followed by Mazilla and Evkov. Mazilla and Evkov playing very closely together. There's a lot of 1v1 defense going on. Big collision on the other side, though, as Jobson and Galchenyuk butt heads there, and this one is going to go over the net, but a chance for another shot. He's going to go ahead and take the angle at this. Ticklebox with a big save. Swats it out of the air. 11 seconds left, and, they had a chance right there in front. Right on the doorstep was Dr. Pivo, but that pass will go just wide of him, just beyond the blade. They're going to put in one more here, but it's going to be a moot point as we will go to the second period. 1-0 in favor of Russia. Now this is a best-of-3 series, so the first team that wins 2 will advance to the Hockey World Cup Finals. So a lot is on the line. And as good as Russia is on paper, as good as we've seen them play week in and week out, it comes down to who plays best on that day. So on this day, it's there's a lot of pressure on Canada, I would say. Although if you talk to them, they don't seem to feel a lot of pressure, which is good. That helps them because they weren't really expecting even to be here in the first place. Only a early loss or early disappearance from the playoffs due to personnel by England was the reason that they got in the first place. So they are, as they say, just happy to be here. But also that gives them kind of a loose in the locker room. I mean, there's a lot of talk about swag and things like that, courtesy of Ace Wolf. And I think that might help them somewhat. But they're going to need all the help they can get. Here is another shot, and this one is wide to the left. And Dr. Pivo will pick it up, and maintaining the pressure in the second period is this Russian team, unsurprisingly. Now they've got it at the face-off circle, taking it down here. Jobson, Mazilla over there, and it will go past them back to the other side. Galchenyuk, Mazilla coming to get at him again, and they're going to switch ends. And Jobson holding it at the point, leaving a back pass for Dr. Pivo, who will go ahead and carry this in and take it down. And almost gets away with one there. Galchenyuk's going to get to this first, though. But, again, Dr. Pivo quickly overtaking him and getting this thing back. And then, again, you see Jobson waiting there for it. So you see the movement. And they have one right in front there again. And you see how they are just well-placed. It's like whenever somebody's got the puck, they look up, they know where the rest of the team is going to be. And I think it's definitely helped the North American game to to be in this World Cup and learn from playing these teams and see how international play goes. Because it's a little bit different style-wise, but the basics are still the same. And as you see, Canada holding them to a 1-0 lead right now as we're about halfway through this first game. Here's a shot from distance, actually just trying to dump it in. I think this is going to go wide to the left. Chased in, Russia holds. Dr. Pivo looking for Jobson at the point. This is going to go back to his end. He will be followed in by Galchenyuk. He's going to send it back out. And this one, it's going to go all the way back to the other end as the Canadian players just kind of look at it for a second. Ticklebox and Evcobb there to field this one. 2 minutes left to play in the second. And now here's one. That's going on goal. And Ticklebox had to be alert there. That had a chance. And that's another thing. We will see some shots from distance from both these teams, and probably especially from Canada. Now, Matt, he is a sniper. We have seen him week in and week out do these amazing shots from way on out. And so he may be looking to do a little bit of that to try to confound this Russian defense and put some points on the board. And Russia is just getting it done with good old-fashioned passing and positioning. There you see it right there. Dr. Pivo taking it across, gets around a couple of people, looks for the player in front, and again, he had Mozilla, looked like, right there on the doorstep, waiting for that. And they're not able to pull the trigger on the pass. They're going to go ahead and shoot one. Yeah, here's one of those long-distance shots. And Bale is going to make the save. And I see Kukler joining. Kukler kind of he's like Ovechkin and Pavel Bure put together. We're saying he's a very strong Russian player. So he may be making an appearance, if not in this game, then perhaps in the second. You'll get to see Kukler play. That's always a pleasure. But here is a chance, possibly. He's going to rattle one down. And I don't know if that's what they were going for there. But, hey, you got to try whatever you can. 40 seconds left to play. Team Canada down by one, but only one. And some international observers would be surprised that it's as close as it is. But Canada doing a good job so far at holding this Russian team to only one goal. They've had a lot of shots. They've had a lot of guys waiting right there in front of the crease for one-timers that weren't able to get them delivered as they are breaking up passes. They're doing what they need to do on defense. It leaves them in a pretty good spot as we go almost to the third period here. But here's another chance before time runs out. And Jobson making the most of it. Shoots and scores. Again, Jobson. Again, Dr. Pivo on the assist. And again, in the waning moments of period two, Russia with a goal. Right after I was talking about keeping the points low. They're still pretty low, 2-0. So we'll go to the third period, and it should be a very exciting one. Remember, this is a best-of-3 series, so it'll be the first team that wins 2 games today that will be in the first-ever Hockey World Cup Finals. They await the Commonwealth of Independent States. Actually, the Commonwealth of Independent States awaits the winner of this because they have already ensured their spot in the finals with a stellar victory, just a stunning, great win over a very good Ukraine team. But here's a chance in front. Oh, and just wide. And again, we see Jobson and Dr. Pivo. They are working that offense. And they've managed to put a couple on the board for Russia so far. And now they're just holding it in their zone. Ticklebox will take this. He's waiting on Dr. Pivo. He's going to go ahead and make the pass now. Stolen on the run here. Jobson going to move it, shoot it, score it. Oh, my goodness, what a shot. Buries it in the upper right-hand corner, top shelf, where Mama keeps the cookies. And with a hat trick now, Jobson getting it done for Team Russia. 3-0, your total score right now with 4 minutes left to play in this game one. So, yeah, I said in the tweet, I didn't know if Paul Henderson was going to show up today and save the day for Canada, but I don't know how many people will get that reference or not. If you're from Canada, you get it. I think they teach that in the history books in Canada. But anyway, yes, the Summit Series. We are reliving the Summit Series all over again. in international play here of Hockey Question Mark. This is a free game, free to play. It is made by Cryptic Sea, and you can get it at hockeyquestionmark.com. And we always encourage people to do so because it's a lot of fun. And we've certainly had a lot of fun with it, playing it, casting it. All the leagues, I think, are done for North America, at least for the moment. They are on hiatus, as there are 3 North American leagues. Here's a shot! And, so close again. And Canada starting off the third period a little bit more aggressively, trying to work some offense in, knowing that they are down. They are trying to bump up the intensity a little bit here and doing a pretty good job of it so far. They are getting shots on net. That is helping them a lot. But, yes, 3 leagues right now. There is, of course, HQML. We do Friday Night Hockey. We took off this week. We'll be back next week with more entertaining games, probably an open skate, perhaps a show match. And then the week after that, it will be the beginning of HQML Season 5. So as part of our Friday Night Hockey entertainment. So that's going on. LHL, I think, wasting no time getting back into their season as their next season starts pretty soon. Here's a shot off the crossbar! Oh, off the crossbar. Oh, as Canada getting very close, but so far, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. I see Beaujardin is here. Hopefully he'll be in to help him out some. Canada with a pretty deep bench of their own, as Russia definitely has some depth on their lineup and people to choose from, but so does Canada, and we'll see if some of those combinations cause a chemistry on the ice that helps them out here. 1:40 left to play. And it's looking pretty good for Russia. They are content to just kind of slow the pace of things and try to stop a little bit of this momentum that Canada was trying to build. And they are doing a pretty good job with it now. If you can pass like that, if you can get it from stick to stick like that, it's going to help out your campaign quite a bit as far as keeping possession, as far as eating time up off the clock, and really that's all they need to do right now. But they're going to go ahead and pop one in possibly here as so close again, as that one had a chance, but just over the net. So now Jobson will take one from distance, and this one will not go, although very close. Looked like Tickle might have got a piece of that. Not really sure. It's going to go back to the other end. And Bale will play this. Ace Buff coming out to try to stop him. The pass is a little too much on it. It's going to go all the way into the zone now and be carried around. And they will pick it up quickly on the fly. Gets around one. He was trying to do it North American style, just move his way around a few players there, but running into congestion in the front of the net. And not that they really need points at this stage of the game. 10 seconds left. It looks very much like a win for Russia, at least this first game. And so now they will have the advantage in this best of 3, and they are 1 game away from going to the finals. Not that they really need points at this stage of the game. 10 seconds left. It looks very much like a good stuff so far. Thank you for joining us, and thanks to everybody who's joined. Wow, we've got a few viewers here today, and then we picked up a bunch of viewers yesterday, which was very cool. I want to thank everybody for the Super Bowl. That has been a lot of fun, as well as we will be covering the finals later on today. I believe that's at, I want to say, 6 p.m. Eastern Time here on this channel. It'll be myself and some of the crew. I believe Mr. Zombie will be here. I believe the great Legit Bear will be here. In Russia, they know about Legit Bears. And we'll see what kind of lineups we see for both these teams. Yes, Beaujardin has indeed entered the lineup for Canada. He will be there with Evkov, Ticklebox, and Matt. And for Russia, it looks like they are going to stick with what was working there, as they've got Mozilla, they've got Dr. Pivo, they've got Jobson, and Bale once again in the net. And so they are staying put with what they've got. Why not? It worked. So early on off the draw, already seeing some action here as Russia moving the puck. And they will try to press the early advantage, but it's going to go back out far enough for Bale to come out of the net and play this. He's got Bo chasing it down, and we'll go back all the way back to the other end. Mozilla sending one in front, and Jobson was around there but not able to pull the trigger again. They're looking for that one-timer in the slot, and they'll just keep sending it back and forth until they get room to. And now they've got room again. He's going to shoot, and this one goes in. Jobson picking up right where he left off, scores another goal. Tickle box. He got a chunk of that. You could tell he got a chunk of it, but it just bounced over his stick. So 1-0. Russia taking the lead. And this one goes in. Jobson picking up right where he left off. This is being played on the Borktown server in Germany, from what I understand. So we hope that everybody's okay as far as their ping issues and stuff. I know that's definitely something that North America has to get better at in international play. They have to. It is playing with shitty ping, because everybody in the rest of the world is already way ahead of the North American game on that. They're used to playing with terrible internet conditions, and it may slow them down a little, but it doesn't slow them down enough to make the difference in games. Here's one that's shot, and this one's going to go just beside Ticklebox over to the right, and possible another chance. That one's going to go across the crease and just wide. But, yeah, so playing in Germany, it kind of helps even that out somewhat and makes the view kind of terrible for everybody. So hopefully that will not be a factor in today's game. I haven't seen anybody mention it yet, let's put it that way. So now 2:41 left. And oh, I see. They're talking about some possible goalie interference there, as that's been an issue in league play. I know. What does constitute goalie interference? And sometimes it's not really enforceable as far as other than saying I know it when I see it. But yeah, I think in international play they're enforcing it a little more strictly, because it's you want to say because in international play you have a bigger rink, but we don't really, but we'll just say that. So here they go. Chance for Russia now, 2-on-1 break, and this one is going to get away from them there, as Bojarzine will look for Matt on the outlet pass. Not able to reach him, though, as Russia will steal that one, go for the shot, and now they're just trying to get it out of the zone. But here's one that's going to be flung back towards the boards. It's going to be contested here, and Dr. Pivo going away with it. Matt's going to intervene a bit, and so now Mozilla setting up a beautiful one-timer in front, and somehow they're able to get the stop on that. I'm going to say it was all Ticklebox. Okay, here's one coming in, and Bale suddenly has to I know how that feels as a goalie. You're just kind of sitting there picking at the little chunks of ice around the button. It's like, what? Oh, there's a save? Make a save. So, and sometimes those are the hardest saves to make. But Bale up to the task now. 1 minute left, a little less than 1 minute actually, and he's going to come out big to stop Bo on a breakaway here. Matt coming in to try to follow up. Not able to get it, though. And that was, Bo says nice save. Yes, that was, he had to come out all the way to play that. So here's one, and Mozilla shoots and scores. 2-0 your scoreline. And Russia extends their lead. 30 seconds left in the first period. This is game 2 of the best of 3. Oh, look at that pass. Just the lob in front. Sometimes you can do those. Just lob them off the board and just kind of shove it as hard as you can and make it bounce over the net and in front. And were someone there to capitalize on that, that would have been easy pickings. But 8 seconds left, and they're still going to go ahead and make some shots here. Ticklebox with a big save, keeping that one out. And so that's going to do it, at least for the first period. And another exciting run. And Russia with a couple of goals there, 2-0. If they can hold on to this, we will be seeing Russia versus the Commonwealth of Independent States in your Hockey World Cup Finals. And so that's going to do it, at least for the first period, and another exciting run. But Canada, they are not the kind of team to just walk away and say GG or play half-assed here. They're going to come at them with everything they've got in these last two periods, because their international season is on the line as well. But just a strong display by Russia, and they didn't even bring everybody they've got. So this is just a great team we're looking at here. I mean, any way you want to dissect it, this is a fantastic team. But here is a fantastic player, Bojarzine. He's got room. Oh, and just looked like that one little extra move with the puck might have been enough for them to catch up with him. He was trying to settle it down where he wanted to get that shot off. And so now they will look for the one-timer in front. He's got, he does not get everything on that, as that was a golden opportunity. And I know they're sitting there cussing themselves in the voice chat right now, because he was right there waiting. It's like Richard Marks, whose dad wrote, "Here Come the Blackhawks." He does not get everything on that. And now Russia with some freedom to move, and they show how it is done. It's a beautiful pass, beautiful shot, and a beautiful goal, as Jobson gets his second of this game, and just a well-done play by both those players. He and Dr. Pivo have been really, really good in this series. And they show how it is done. It's a beautiful pass, beautiful shot, and a beautiful goal, as Jobson gets his second. And yeah, Super Bowl will be at 6 p.m. Eastern, so join us for that. In the meantime, we've got hockey, and it's the World Cup. These are international teams. It is Canada and Russia. And, Russia had another one almost there, and that one is going to bounce off the crossbar and out. So now Canada with a chance to push it the other way. Sending it down, this one going over the net. Chased in Bojarzine. It's going to go all the way back now, as Evkov will take it. 2:41 left in the second. This is a best-of-3 series. The first game won by Russia. I believe that scoreline was 3-0. I need to start writing these things down like I used to. Have a little esports book, that I wrote things in. And then I could go back and say, on that day, we casted this, and these guys played, and these guys scored. So I need to start doing that again. Here is a shot, and somehow that got through traffic and had a chance. It went just bounced off the post, as it looked like. And that one, that was a tough one. Evkov slowed it down. It looked like he had gotten it at least to deflect away from the net or slow it down to where it wouldn't go in the net, and Ticklebox was trusting of that, and it didn't. And Dr. Pivo getting another one here and adding to it. So things are starting to look a little grim for Team Canada just very suddenly. And here the floodgates have opened. Dr. Pivo with his second, Mazzillo with an assist. And suddenly, hey, remember when this was a close game? That just like, a minute ago? And now it's like Russia says, now we do not play. Now we score goal. And now they do not play. With a minute and a half left of the second period, they have sprung out to a 6-0 lead. And looking to add to it here, chance in front, and he finds the corner with that one. It was slow and low, but just beyond where Ticklebox was. So 7-0. Ace Wolf coming in. They've pulled the goalie. Although, it's more of a formality. I don't think it's really Ticklebox's fault, some of that. But at least everybody getting in some ice time for Team Canada here, as we'll see if they can make a 7-goal comeback in one period of hockey against arguably the best team in the world. We'll see if they can do that. You would think that if any of Earth's countries could do that, it would be a scrappy underdog team from Canada with their storied history of hockey. But 30 seconds left in this second period, and then about 5 to go after that, and that is all the time they have to try to come back from this 7-point deficit and try to earn a spot in the Hockey World Cup Finals. But on the bright side, if they lose this one, they will still be eligible. They'll be playing in the bronze game versus Ukraine. So, and there's a big save by Bale. He hasn't had to make a whole lot of stops, but when he's been asked to, he has come up big. And like I said, talking about goalies earlier, sometimes those are the most difficult games. I've always said, the hardest games a lot of the times are the ones where you're winning and you don't have to make a lot of stops, because the ones that you do, they take on a little bit more of a tension. And no tension here for Team Russia all the way through, as they are leading 7-0 in this third period as we try to finish this out. As this is a best-of-3 series. This is Game 2. They won Game 1. If they can hold on for 4.5 minutes, they have got this in the bag. But, yes, Canada did play their way into at least a bronze medal game by showing up today and doing this. So it's been a roller coaster of emotions for this Team Canada. They didn't know they were going to even be in. England with personnel issues. And now Canada trying to get the goal. They do. Beaujarcy shoots and scores. He gets the assist from Matt, and they will at least get one on the board for Canada. So that is a moral point, if not a game killer or something. Well, they've got time. Well, I hate to rule anybody out, because now here they go with it, shooting from distance, and Bale's just going to knock this down very easily. And believe me, that is not easy to do. Those off-speed shots that are coming at you from across the rink like that, they're just dropping, and you can't really tell. You can't use your body to stop it. You have to use the stick. So that is a very skillful save, although it might not look like much. It was a lot more skillful than one would expect. But now here is Russia looking to answer. They will take this down to the other end. Doing around the net here. Thought he might go for the wraparound or look for the one-timer in front, but instead this will go back all the way in the other direction. It will be taken by Bale, who's got Bo pursuing him, and he will try to use the boards to get this to Dr. Pivo. Stolen, though. Chance possibly in the zone for Canada. As nope. Oh, Kukler's here. Oh, yeah. They're going to make sure now. As Kukler, he shoots one off the side of the net with the backhander. And so, yes, we were wondering if we would see Kukler play today. And he is now on the ice. But now here's Canada going the other way with it. And setting up. He's looking for the one-timer, but that one was not going really fast. So it was quick enough, or slow enough at least, for the Russian defense to easily intercept it on its way. And now they're going to intercept this pass as well. Dr. Pivo taking it straight to Ace Bulf as he's going to look for, there's a knuckle shot at the point there at the blue line. And now Evkov will make his way out of his zone with this, and he's going to set Bo up in the corner, who will look for Matt in the slot. And that one broken up. 1:41 left to play. And now here's Dr. Pivo. He will turn and burn with it, having taken it at center ice. Gets it around one, looking for the pass on the outlet there to Kukler. And now this one will go back out to center ice, and they're going to just go ahead and reset it again with Bale in the back. And they are content to do so with a 6-goal lead here. Nothing really left to prove for this Russian team. They have pretty much made their way into the finals. And there's a big save right there by Ace Bulf, as that was another one of those knuckle shots that was dropping quickly, and he gauged it successfully and made the stop on it. So we go under a minute, and although the scoreline is pretty strongly in favor of Russia, this Canada team is making some good plays here in the waning moments of the game, and so setting the tone for their bronze medal run. And just to have a North American team in this and to have made it to that far is a great thing. And look at that! Matt knocks one off of both sides of the net, but from the inside, the best kind. And Evkov will get the credit for the assist. And so 2 goals, count them, 2 whole goals for this Canadian team. And I know that they have to be proud of their effort, because those were 2 hard-fought goals. But now, here is Russia, shooting from distance. Ace Bulf again on the save. 14 seconds left, and time is about to run out on this thing unless Canada scores 5 quickly. They almost scored 1 there. As Matt looking for it, he looks for Bo on the back pass, but that's going to do it. The GGs come out and put it in stone. We have got your actual teams set for the Hockey World Cup Finals. This one, the very first one, the Hockey World Cup, will feature Russia. No surprises there. They were the favored team to get there, but they still had to do it. So we'll be Russia versus the Commonwealth of Independent States, a very, very good team. So we are not sure when that finals is going to be. I'm assuming perhaps next week. We'll find out for sure. If you go to r/hockey ? It usually gives you all the information on what is happening in the league and what is not the league, the international play, everything. So yeah, HQML, LHL, the Rising Stars League, the IPHL, the NGHL. There are so many leagues going on. But right now, Hockey World Cup. And Canada, they will be in the bronze medal game versus Ukraine. I'm not sure when that will happen either. But, yes, we will be here to cast it. And we thank you for joining us for this one. It was a great game. Russia, they had to beat somebody. They thought it was going to be England that they were going to have to face, but they faced a Canada team that was very strong. Hey, good job.
Hello.
Nice saves there, Ace Bulf.
User left your channel.
Oh, yeah. And he leaves because I said that? Okay. He must have thought I was bullshitting. I was not bullshitting. That was a good performance by Canada. And certainly made themselves a name in international play. I think this Hockey World Cup sets the tone for great Hockey World Cups to come. And I'm thankful to everybody in the international community, the Russian guys, the Migo Mipo, Nando, all these guys that we've talked to, Igorka. There are so many who have there are all these guys playing hockey in their respective little corners of the world, and now we're starting to reach out and have more of an international theme to things. We're starting to it's making the game better. It's we're making new friends, and it's hockey diplomacy. Dennis Rodman had his basketball diplomacy. We have our hockey diplomacy. But it has been fun, and I cannot wait for the Hockey World Cup Finals, and we hope you will join us as well. Follow us on Twitter, and we'll tell you when that is going to be casted. IBN Casting on Twitter. And, of course, you can follow this channel. We got a lot of follows yesterday, and we thank all our new viewers. And we will see you later if you're down for the Super Bowl Super Pug Cup Finals. The first ever big Super Bowl tournament in history will culminate this weekend. Yeah, you can culminate on Twitch. I checked the terms of service. But, yeah, so it was 6 o'clock Eastern. I will be there for that with a all-star cast. And so we definitely want to encourage you to check that out. Yes, I be in casting on Twitter. And I am Winners with the One. I will see you next time, whenever that may be. Actually, it's going to be later today. But more casting coming up very soon. This game, that game, Insurgency, CSGO, Robot Roller Derby Disco Dodgeball, hashtag Wrecked. There are so many games coming up on the plate here at the Independent Broadcast Network. And if you're getting in now, you're getting in at a good time because there is so much to come. So from all of us here, not just myself, but all of us here at the Independent Broadcast Network, thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Hashtag Wrecked. There are so many games coming up on the plate here at the Independent Broadcast Network, and if you're getting in now,